guys, welcome back to my channel Foolish Beauty. If you're new, my name is TJ and I upload weekly beauty and lifestyle videos. So if these are the videos you love to watch, then please don't forget to click that subscribe button and you would absolutely make my day. Now today's video is going to be an everyday glow summer makeup tutorial, and it's going to be on the look I'm wearing right now. It's a glowing, cool toned, summery look that I've been obsessed with for the past couple of weeks. So if you want to know how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching. Starting with freshly cleansed and moisturised face, I'm just going to get all of this hair out of the way first. I can never apply makeup with my hair down, so into a messy bun it goes. And first I'm going to go in with KIEHL'S UV Defense SPF 50. This is such a light UV defense, so I use it every day. And then using a single ply of tissue, I'm just soaking up some of that excess oil, so none of it is going to show through my foundation later. For primer, I love the Benefit Porefessional primer. I've been using it for years, and I just apply that around my T-zone area to minimise any pores. Onto foundation, I've been really loving this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation lately. I use the shade Fair Neutral, I think. I'll leave all the details below in the description box. And going in with a damp sponge, I'm just applying that all over my face. This is the lightest shade in the collection, and for now it matches me really well. And applied with a damp sponge, it gives you a very natural and dewy finish. Onto concealer, I can't live without my Collection 16-Hour Long Wear Concealer, just dotting that around wherever I need it. I have pretty dark circles on the outer corner of my eyes. I've always had that since I was a baby, so I always got to cover that up. Now onto some light colour correcting, starting with this YSL Neutralizer in the shade Violet. I'm just dotting it around in the places that I would like to highlight a bit further to emphasise that glowing effect. Going in again with a damp sponge, I find this method to be most effective, and it just leaves you with a really natural finish. Keyword here is definitely to dab as opposed to swipe, and this will keep your foundation in place. And here's how it looks afterwards. For further colour correcting, going in with this KIKO's colour correcting wheel, using the green shade, I'm just going to neutralise the red marks I get from wearing glasses all the time on the sides of my nose. And then going in with the peach shade, I'm just neutralising the outer corners of my eyes a little further. To set all of this, I will be using the 17 Miracle Matte Pressed Powder in the shade Porcelain Ivory. This is my favourite powder of all time. It's such a finely milled powder. It allows me to use a makeup pad to press in really well, especially around my T-zone area and places that I think will wear off really easily. And then using a big powder brush, I'm just going in there to dust off any excess powder so it doesn't look cakey, but will keep really well for an entire day. Moving on to brows, I love the Benefit Gimmebrow. Using the lightest brown shade, I'm just brushing it in, because I love a natural brow finish, so that's the only product I use for my brows. Now this NARS Pro Prime eyeshadow primer is definitely by far my holy grail of a eyeshadow primer, and I just apply that all over my eyelids, and it literally keeps my eyeshadows bulletproof throughout the whole day. And speaking of eyeshadow, I'm going to use this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette. It's such a stunning palette. Going in with the shade Wave, which is a silvery taupe, I'm just going to apply that all over my mobile lid area using a flat shader brush. Leaving the outer third corner bare, I'm just going to blend that colour really well into the eyelid area and also lift it up to the socket area. To darken the outer V area, I'm using this shade Abyss, which is a plummy brown, and just using a rounded pencil brush to kind of smoke out the outer V area and also lift that shade up and over the socket area. And because I have quite sunken eyes, I tend to lift this shade out by quite a bit, but obviously if you don't have that problem, then you can just leave it where your socket line is. And all that's left now is just to blend a little bit more. For transitioning, I'm using this warm matte brown shade called Kohl. using a soft blending brush, just placing that on top of the smoky shade on top of the socket area, and then using a matte highlighting shade from the palette and a highlighting brush. I'm just placing that under the brow bone area. I love a matte highlighting shade. And to define my eyes further, using the Soap & Glory Smoulder and Kohl eyeliner, which is my absolute all-time favourite eyeliner. The black shade here, I'm just using it to define my waterline, just to thicken my lash line a little, and then using a dark brown shade, I'm just going in on top of my lash line and just thicken that eyeliner line a little bit more, and also dragging the ends out a little further. Then using a mini shader brush, I'm just smudging that eyeliner and also dragging it out a little further, making sure the line is blended out smoothly, and also finishing it off with a sharp end. For the lower lash line, I'm just using the same dark brown eyeliner, drawing a little thin line a third of the way in and then smudging that out. And then going back into this dark brown shade Abyss, using a pencil brush, I'm just going to lay that shade down on top of the eyeliner that I smudged out. And then using this shimmery copper brown, I'm just going to add more depth to the lower lash line. And using this shimmery golden shade from the palette, I'm just adding that to the first half of my lower lash line, and this is going to give me a really gradient smoky look. And lastly, for the eyeshadows, I'm just going to use this shimmery pink shade to highlight my inner tear duct area, and this will really brighten everything up. Moving on to mascaras, these two are my current favourite combination, the Benefit Roller Lash and the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I use the Benefit one as my base coat, and then going in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational for my top coat. The only thing I'll say is I don't use a lash curler, I just push my lashes up in between the coats, and this seems to really help them curl. I also use the same combo for my lower lashes, it's just so good. Now onto the cheeks, using my current obsession, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Gleam. I'm going to show you how I bronze, blush and highlight using this palette. First of all, going into the bronze shade Mimosa, I'm just brushing that all over my cheeks, onto my temple as well as the sides of my forehead, and this will give you a really glowy bronzed look. To contour, I'm using this Sephora Colourful contour in the shade Tranquil. It's a very beautiful grey contouring shade, great for cool toned fair skinned girls out there. Just chiseling out my cheekbones there. Also, not to forget my jawline as well. And then pinching the brush, I'm just going to contour the sides of my nose using the same shade to make sure everything is straight and tidy. For blush, I'm going back into the Glow Kit using the shade Hard Candy, which is a really beautiful blue toned pink highlighter, just dusting that onto the high points of my cheekbones. This serves so well as a sheer glowing blush. To emphasize that glow, combining these two paler highlighters from the Glow Kit, using my Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush, which is my favourite highlighting brush. I'm just adding more and more glow onto the cheeks and the brow bone area too. Finally, dabbing my finger into this pearly white highlighter called Crushed Pearl, I'm just going to highlight the bridge of my nose as well as the top of my nose. One last step I always do for my complexion makeup is to go back in with a powder brush just to meld everything together into each other and give me that soft, blended out, glowing look. Before moving on to the lip colour, I always sort out my hair first and also put on my outfit of the day to help me further decide on the lip colour. Now today we're going to go for the NYX Lip Lingerie in the shade Embellishment, which is a stunning cool toned mauve shade with a touch of purple undertone. It's just so beautiful and great for the summer. So that concludes my first ever full face makeup tutorial. I hope you really enjoyed it. I definitely had fun filming this, and I definitely will be doing more tutorials on this channel. If you really enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos on beauty, travel, fashion and food. As per usual, please don't forget to find me on all other social media platforms under the name FoodishBeauty, and also please leave me all of your video requests in the comments section below. I would love to hear from you all. Thank you again for watching. Take care my friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye!